I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt. Once again, we're about to another review. There's another paid request, this time from Marv B. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any other type of videos or topics, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, anything random, or what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for a film I had never heard of called Dismissed from 2017. I guess the best way to put it is, imagine a Lifetime movie that was better than you thought it would be. I mean, maybe that's not the best way to describe it, but the premise was simple enough. You have this teacher who's got a wife and a baby, and he's a rather bland, meh teacher. Right, I would say a little bit too bland, a little bit too meh. Which is why I like the film okay. I didn't love it. Because I do think that the villain was definitely more interesting than our hero. I do think that's one of the two biggest problems with the film for me. But he's not a bad guy, and he's teaching literature, in particular Othello. And so one day he has and I believe the actor's name is Kent Osborne. So you have this, Kent Osborne. And so in class he has this new student played by Dylan Sprouse. Dylan Sprouse is easily the best part of the movie. Because he's a student and he's kissing ass, he gives a shiny red apple, and he's being nice to everybody and invests in one true friendship than 100 bad ones. And seems like the perfect student, but he's a psychopath. Put it bluntly, he's a psychopath. Yeah, this is the type of guy that when a guy is talking in class, he goes up to the guy and goes, "Hey, you were talking in class, and I was trying to do my notes. Could you please do that? You threatening me, blah, blah?" No, I would never resort to that. You know what? Maybe I should stab my pen through your windpipe and stick your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And it's like, oh, shit. And then later on, it's like a big, jock guy, and he shut up after that. And it's not that Dylan Sprouse is intimidating physically. He's not, but I just think he's did a pretty decent performance, given that the screws are not tightened in this guy's head, so to speak. I definitely thought that was the best part of the film. And he's just showcasing just how psychopathic this guy is. I will say the movie is a bit more subtle than I thought it would be. And when I mean subtle, as in, I would compare it to movies in the 90s, like The Hand That Rocks the Cradle and Unlawful Entry. that I would say are better movies than this, because I kind of like the the bigger than life aspect, especially when you get to the third act. And I thought that's kind of one of the things missing from this. But I did try to go the more subtle route, so to speak. As these little things start happening more and more. And what makes this guy go off the deep end against the teacher? Because the kid writes a paper and the teacher gave him a B plus. A B plus. Not an A B plus. And, you know, someone could go and argue, oh, this is a stupid idea, it's unrealistic. Is it really, though, in today's world? With the shit that you hear about, is it really, truly... I mean, if your team loses at the football game, they trash the city. I mean, there's a lot of fucking people out there in the world. So that for some reason that made it a bit even more interesting to me that this is all over a B plus, not a C, D, D plus, but the fact it's over a grade to begin with is crazy, but the fact it's over a B plus, not even a B plus. There's even a little conversation, hey, it's close to an A, and the Dylan Sprouse going, oh yeah, you think that's close to an A? It's blah 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 points different. You know, what school did you go to, huh? Yeah, you didn't go to one of the Ivy League schools, so that's probably why we're having this conversation. And because Dylan Sprouse is so good, that's the positive of the film. The negative of the film is that he's so good. I think he blows the... No, let me reword that. His acting overshadows... You know, teacher and blowing, you don't want to... That's another story. He overshadows the guy who plays the teacher. Because the guy who plays the teacher, again, he's not the worst actor. Not even close. But he just... Maybe it's the way the character is written. Rather bland, meh, meek type of guy. A little bit frumpy type of guy. That you're going, this guy has no chance. Maybe that was the point, to make him an underdog. But then when you get to the... I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, it would have been nice to see... Okay, for example, I really liked Class of 1984. The kid in that, great job. But then the teacher also did a great job. You know, worked very well together. This, on the other hand, again, I just thought the kid playing the student just overshadowed the teacher in terms of acting. And there are some things that the teacher does. I go, why are you doing this? Like, your wife is asking you what's going on. Just tell her the whole fucking story immediately. Especially when you have a baby. Just tell her immediately. Okay, sit down, talk for 10 minutes, this is what's going on. I would say these little things start happening. And it ratchets it up more and more. There was a surprise or two in the third act, I will admit, that I, for some reason, didn't see coming. Like, oh, shit, okay. And then a couple interesting stuff. At the end, spoilers. Spoilers starting now. Like I said, the little things start happening. He fucks up a classmate's eyeball, messes with their chemistry class experiment without people noticing, because when it fell out of the way, he'll be the first guy for the chess club. Or he gives the teacher a flat tire. He takes his lunch. He manipulates a female classmate to thinking that the teacher likes her, and then she goes up to him, and of course he says no. And then the teen Dylan Sprouse takes care of business, so to speak. And a frame up. And one interesting aspect was that the teacher goes to the kid's dad. I thought the guy who played the dad, at first he's like, oh, yeah, my house, there's no evidence. But then when you see him later, he's definitely much more of a pathetic character where he knows what's going on, and when the teacher comes back again, he just lets him look. And I thought the actor, I don't know, something about that second visit, that actor I thought, I don't want to say was more appealing, but more, I wouldn't say I understood his motivation, but I, I felt a little bit bad for the guy because it's his realization of what has gone on with his son. That his son is this piece of shit and he didn't want to admit it, and he let the teacher take the evidence because, and then he like, when the son sees him later, I think the guy like kills himself. I think he took like pills or something. He just, I'll say hi, I'll tell you mom you said hi or something, and then he dies. And it's like, oh shit. I didn't quite expect that. Usually in this type of film, it'd be the kid killing his dad. I didn't, went a little bit a different way than I thought it would. Oh, another one is when I get to the end. Like I say, it was a bit more subtle than I thought. What I mean by subtlety is you're thinking the teacher, he's going to get fired, he's lost everything, he loses his home, he loses his wife or something. No, the teacher gets the evidence, and then, boom, the teacher's fine. And the kid gets expelled. Okay, that went a bit more subtle than I thought it would. And then the kid, wants revenge. Came home, finds his dad has overdosed or whatever he did. And this I didn't expect. I expected, and he's going to want revenge, and he's going to go to the lead character's house, and the lead character's house, so there's going to be some kind of confrontation. But when the teacher comes out of the shower, the baby's been taken, and the wife is dead. I just never expected the wife to get killed. So when I saw it, I went, oh shit, I did not expect that. And I did mention the spoilers. I mentioned that earlier. So for some reason, I did not expect that. I guess because it was playing itself, I don't want to say safe, but again, such a more subdued manner. When I saw it, I went, oh shit, okay. Looks like probably choked her to death. Oh shit. But yeah, I just didn't expect that. Okay, we're definitely even more serious tone. Which then makes the ending that kind of meh. Well, I was talking before where I kind of wish this was more like one of those 90s, like Fatal Attraction, what happened at the end there, which I know was a reshoot, because the original ending was more subdued, how you want to call it, and then the ending they shot after it, which is the ending you have now, Fatal Attraction, is much more of a visceral ending. But yeah, I mentioned like the hand that rots the cradle and unlawful entry and things of that nature, where even Pacific Heights to an extent. Here, the teacher finds the kid in the classroom. The baby's over here, just fine. Has the guy sit down in the desk. Says, I want to teach you some stuff. The teacher grabs this, throws it, hits the guy, starts choking him. Cop comes, tells him let go. Ultimately he does, and the kid gets arrested. I'm sitting there going, that's it? That's it? I mean, that's probably one of the things that made me think of like a better than average Lifetime Channel movie. Like this, there's really nothing. I guess maybe that's the point, is that they didn't want to be big and over the top and to be construed as cheesy or corny or goofy, or the way people describe pretty much any film in the 80s and 90s. But I'm like, no, there's a reason what that was for, because you want to see the bad guy really did his comeuppance, and I don't think he did. He got choked out for a little bit, and then the cop arrests the kid, and then that's it. And it's like, there's not a big battle, it's not a big fight, it's not a big comeuppance, not a big, whether it be the kid gets killed by the cops, or the cops are watching, you see the teacher has to defend himself, justified, homicide. It's just nothing. It's like, he gets his baby, walks away, the movie ends. I went, that's it. So that's what I mean. Like, I mentioned there were two big issues I had. The teacher, whether it was the way he was written or the way he was played, just a bit too bland, meh, frumpy. Just for the fact that the other guy, Dylan Sprouse, just blew him out of the water. And then the ending, just kind of a meek ending. That's just how I felt. But I don't hate the film. It's a decent flick to see. Kind of an interesting idea. And the teen guy, Dylan Sprouse's performance. And it kept my interest throughout to see what would happen next. I was intrigued enough to see where this was going to lead to. Yes, doing the slow build up. Again, the teacher does some stupid stuff, like he left his fucking laptop. Don't leave your fucking laptop available for anybody to come in and do shit. He even says, oh, I left my laptop on. Did you do anything to it? And by this point, this kid gave a big fucking temper tantrum that you gave him a B+. Don't leave your fucking laptop anywhere near the vicinity of this kid. Come on now, you're a teacher. You're supposed to be smarter than this. Same with, what was the other? The teacher's trying to write this resume to get a better teaching position. When you print out a resume, like you print it out, wouldn't you read it first before you ship it? I mean, I know you print, again, anytime you print something out, usually you want to read it. You know, even try to speed read it, if you can. No, he doesn't. So then, when he comes in for the interview, he's like, "What the hell's this? What the hell's this? I didn't write this. Oh yeah, and you didn't mail it? Oh, I mailed it, but someone changed it. What? The post office? I like the ladies. Like, what? Did the post office guy? Did he do it? For I forget the exact line, but the way she said it did make me laugh. And I get her confusion, because it'd be like a wild story, like more so of how stupid the teacher. That's what I mean. Like the teacher could have been written a bit better, or maybe a different cast member, or something. Again, that and the ending. If you rework those two, it would get like a. Like I said, if you really have a great lead as a teacher, like I don't know who'd be a teacher now. I'd have to think about that. Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton as a teacher would be nice. Plus it'd be a nice kind of flip for Pacific Heights. Like he played Carter Hayes, now does the flip. Like Michael Keaton would have been really nice as the teacher. That'd been really cool to see. And then you have an ending where it's just go for the 90s over the topness. Again, some would be mad about it, but I can only speak for me. I'm not speaking for other people. If I'm doing a review from how I feel, why would I speak for someone else instead of speaking for me? Sometimes it seems like when people review stuff, they say something because that's what other people say. I'm like, but what do you say about it? What do you feel? Oh, I don't feel this way, but I don't say this because these 50 other people. Who cares about the 50 other people? This is your review. What the fuck do you have to say? That's why it's your review. Anyway. My friends don't do that. Like Michael Teen, Fabio, John, they say what they want and they give their opinion. Like sometimes you see certain YouTube bigger channels Like, they say something, but it's like they're not saying it because that's how they feel. They're saying it because I better say this. Well, how do you fucking feel about it? So, I don't know. Random tangent, I know. But, it's a decent film. I would give it... I might actually try to do this where I do star ratings. I might. I don't know if I'll be consistent with that. Because I did Letterboxd website. I've been trying to do that. Maybe like a 2.5 out of 5. Which seems bad, but like 2.5 is where I go to. It's okay. Like 2.5 or 3 stars. Probably 2.5. Like 3-star would be, it's okay, but I will probably see it again. Here is decent. I don't know if I would ever see this film again, but it was a decent watch. So yeah, probably like it's like halfway, decent film, 2.5 out of 5. You know, didn't mind the film. Like I say, if you fix those two things, it'd be like another star. Bump up another star to like 3.5. Maybe it was 4 if you got someone like a Michael Keaton or someone as the teacher. So. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.